guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to teach you about the C, and one of the most important part about the C is that it's portable, meaning that it can be installed in different platform. Number two, it is widely used in the operating system, game development, and also the networking. Number three, it's a low level control. Number four, its efficiency. It allows the writing of code easily, unlike other languages. And lastly, it is the foundation of other languages. For example, the C++, Python, JavaScript, among others. So before you attempt this assignment, the Hello World, the introduction of the C, ensure that you go through the material that has been provided so that you have some basics of the C. So the general objective of this lesson is to ensure that you are able to, to write some simple C commands using the following instructions, or rather the requirements. So these are the things that you're supposed to do. Number one, you need to ensure that you use the VI or the Vim or the Emacs. Number two, all your file will be compiled on Ubuntu using the GCC, using the option wall, Wero, Extra, Pentic, std. All your files should end with a new line. Next step, you must read me file at the root of the repo containing the description of the repo. Number four, you must read me file at the root of the folder at this project containing the description of the project. The next point, you should note there should be no error or warning during the compilation. Then you are not allowed to use the system. And lastly, your code should use the Betty style. It will be checked using the Betty style.pl and Betty-doc.pl. Then these are the things that you require. You can go through them. We have the Vim, VI, Emacs, and the last part. All your files should end with a new line, and note this one. This one is the most important part. The first line of your file should be exactly like this, the bin bash. Then the next part, there's more information which you still need to do before you dive into the assignment. Number one, you need to go to Betty repository. So you need to click on this file. Then the next part, you clone the repo to your local machine. Next part, you cd into the Betty directory. 4, you install the linter with the sudo.install.sh. And lastly, you vi or Emacs a new file called Betty, and you copy the script below. So let me start with this one. So I will click Betty there. It will take me to my GitHub account. On the GitHub account, I'm supposed to extract the code. So this is my Betty. So you can see we have the math, the test, the license, the readme, the Betty style, Betty sh, install sh, and test, among others. So what I'm supposed to do, I will extract the code from this point, just as you can see. So this is my code. So I will copy this one. It's already copied. Then next step, what we have already done. We are through with our point 1, this part. Okay, now let's move to point number 2. Clone the repo to your local machine. clone the repo to your local machine. For you to do that, you need now to open your search box, then the web terminal. Then I'll go back to where it left. So we are on this point. You're supposed to clone the repo to your local machine. And remember, we had copied the code from the Betty. So this is my Alex, and then we have the name of the repo. So remember, we had copied this one. Don't forget that. Then you open your web terminal. Then you type git clone. Then you paste your code. Okay, since I've already created I've already cloned the repo. That's why it's showing me this error. So let me try to give the listing. So don't worry about that. So the next step, you're supposed now to cd Betty directory. So I will click, I type cd, then there goes my Betty. This is the Betty that we are talking about. Okay, then take me to this point. So no such file exists, and this is the file. So it's supposed to show the file. Okay, I've already corrected that part. And remember why it's showing this error. It's because this is capital B, well, this is other part is small b. So of course it will bring the error issue. Okay, so we are on this part. We have cd'd into Betty directory. Now the next step is to install the sudo. Install the sudo. Install the sudo. So for you to install the linter, you need to copy this small part. Then go to your web terminal. Then you paste. So you can see what will happen. Installing the man page, updating. Then so we are through with our that part, number 4. Then our number 5, you're supposed to behind the new file called Betty, and you copy the script that is below. So I will behind Betty. Then after that, I'm supposed to copy this file, the whole of it. Then having done that, I will paste on this small part, then escape colon WQ, then I'm back. So I think that I'm through with our first part. So I think we are through with that one. Once saved, exit the file and change the permission to apply all with the Gmod. So don't forget to close this part. So copy this, then you paste. I've already done that. Then the next part, move the Betty file into bin directory and somewhere else in your path with the sudo mv bet. So for you to move the Betty file into bin directory or somewhere else in your path with, so copy this part just as it is. Copy this, then you paste on. After the chmod, you press the enter button. It might take some time, but it's going to respond. Okay, I think that we are through with that part. Okay, for the quiz parts, these are the answers. They are very simple. We have pre-processing, compilation, assembly linking. What are the commonest extension of the C ender? Supposed to be .h. Then which category belong to C programming? Supposed to be compiled language. Which command can be used to compile a C source? Supposed to be GCC. Then which of the following is valid for syntaxes for ANSI, C, and the Betty compliant? Supposed to be this one, the first one, and this other one. Then the next part, what is the common extension for the C source code? Supposed to be .c. Okay, let's move to now the task. Let me try to hide this one so that we can have more space to work on the hard thing. Okay, so our number one, we are supposed to write a script that runs a C file through the preprocessors and save the results into another file. So before doing that, we are supposed to open this ALX low level. Then it's supposed to be the okay CDD ls. So I'm supposed to be in my repo that is ALX low level programming language. This one, so CD ALX dot low. Then use the tab to complete the remaining part. Then ALS. Now on the ALS, I'm supposed to create a directory 0, 0, hello world. Now, since I've already created that directory, I will just show you how to go about it. For you to make a directory, you're supposed to use the command make directory mkdir. Then I'll paste the name of my directory. So let me assume that the name of my directory is 00 hello world 2, since I have now the required one, this one. So I will use this one for the purpose of showing you how to go about it. So let me see if I've been able. So having done that, I will try to open my, I will open my new directory, this one, copy, paste, copy, paste. And before that, don't forget to read your repo, this part. After that, open your new directory. Open your directory. Let me see what is anything inside. So since it is empty, you need now to readme dot md. Okay, maybe let's have a read always. Maybe assuming that is the message. Always read me your directory. Then escape colon wq. So I think we have already, because as per the instruction, we are supposed to read me this part. Let me show you this part. So remember, you are supposed to have two readme, one for the repo, and two, the other readme supposed to be at the root of your folder of this project, of which the folder is supposed to be this one. Okay, having done that, now let's move to the next part, this one. Okay, what I'll do, I will vi, then I'll paste. Okay, so it take me to the next step. insert. Okay, let me go now to my GitHub account, then to my low level, or is it this one, to extract the codes because I had already prepared them. Remember, it's supposed to be for this one, hello world. So for number one, we have a 0 preprocessor, and the question is you are supposed to write a script that runs a C file through the preprocessor and you save the results into another file. Okay, let me see where it is. So number one is supposed to be preprocessor. Okay, let's try to extract the code. No. Let me go back. This part. So what I'll need to do, I will copy this part. Remember, we were told that the instruction number one, you're supposed to have the bin bash. Supposed to have a bin bash. But I will share this one. You don't have the reason to worry. I will share my link of my GitHub account for you to have an easy time extracting the codes. Okay, escape vi wq, enter button. Then you move to the next part. The next part is supposed to be assignment number 2, the compiler. You're supposed to write a script that's compiled C file but does not link. So this one, the compiler. So I'll copy this one, then I'll do the paste onto this part, enter button. Then on this spot, I'll go to my codes. So this is my code. I will copy this part. Then I will paste it here. Then escape colon WQ enter. Then I will be high the next assignment, which is supposed to be the 2 assembler. The 2 assembler. Where do I have to? Okay, I will paste on this part. Then it will take me to the next part. Enter button. Our number 3, be high. Then you copy the link. Then you paste. Enter button. Insert. Then you go to your codes. So this is my code. So I'll copy it. Then I will paste it on my terminal. Then escape colon WQ. Okay, you do the same on number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7, all the way to the remaining. What I'm trying to avoid is to give you a chance for you to at least practice by yourself, but the procedure is the same. You just vi, then the name of the file, then on the next step you key in your codes. Okay, I will try to do the last 2, and the last 2 we have okay, the last 2 we have number 7 is number 7. So here goes my number 7. We are supposed to write a script that generates the assembly code of C code and save it in an output file. So as usual, go copy the name of your file, copy this, paste on this point, enter button, insert. Then I go copy my code. My code is supposed to be 100, and copy this one. enter button, escape, then vi, the last part, which is you write a C program that prints exactly, and that piece of art is useful, Dora Copper. Okay, so this is the part, copy this, then you paste here, enter button, insert your content. So our last part, okay, you copy. Remember, we are supposed now to copy the whole of it. Let me see, copy this, then you paste it there, escape, WQ. Okay, having done that, take some few minutes to do the remaining part as I wait for you so that we can move to the last bit. And the last bit is quite simple, where we are supposed to chmod ex star. So we have chmod a plus x, enter button. Next step, try to list to see what will happen. So we have already, what we have done, we have made our file to be executable inclusive of the readme. Remember the rules? For you to git hard, you need to make only the file to be executable with the exception of the readme. So how do you go about making this to be non-executable? So you use the chmod a minus x, then the readme, enter button. Okay, let's try to list our things. So you can see that it has already changed from being executable to non-executable part. So that is also another very key part before you GitHub your assignment or you GitHub your codes. Okay, now having done that, so next part is to GitHub, and then you git commit dash, then there should be a message somewhere. So most of the time I prefer to copy this one, the name of my task, which is supposed to be hello world. So I will write hello world, enter. So what I've done, I've committed my code. Then the last part is to git push. So you git push, then you. So I think we are through. That's the simpler thing that we're supposed to do. So just take your time, go through the resources that we have been provided before doing the assignment. You will learn quite a lot rather than going ahead to do the whole assignment without going through the material that you have been provided. So thank you once again for taking time to go through the video. I hope that you have learned something. So kindly don't forget to comment if you have any question. I will go through all the questions that I will get and try to answer all of them. So ensure that you subscribe so that you can see the next video. So as you go through the codes, I will maybe run some background music to keep you entertained. So try to do your assignment. So I will run all the codes as you watch so that you can have a sufficient time to copy as you learn.